is learning how to build an intimate relationship with God. Well, it's not by no formula or steps that you go through. It's me and him spending time together. I'm talking to him, he talking to me. And I said how we talk to him, that's prayer. That's why Jesus kept emphasizing and commanded us to pray. He said, talk to my Father. Can I do that sometime? No. Pray without ceasing. Have an attitude of prayer as you go through the day. Then he turns around and says, study my word. Why? If you want to get to know God, you're going to have to study his word. That's the only way you're going to get to know who God is. And him speaking to you. And see, that's that relationship he want to have. The intimacy that grows between me and God grows by me spending time with God in his word and in prayer. They go together. You can't have the two separate. Because the more time you spend in the word, the more time when you pray, you'll pray his word. And all this stuff you hear in church today, folk ain't even talking about nothing in the Bible. They just talking. And you looking and listening to that and you say, man, what are they talking about? What if they going to say something from the Bible? And it's going to be correct. Because early in my class today, I need to tell y'all too. You can't be no Jew because you're not. Okay. Are you Jewish? So, you Jewish? Okay. Gentile? So how you going to be a Gentile and you going to go over there and get a promise for a Jew and then you're going to claim it in prayer and think God's going to do something? Talk to him. I'm listening because I know that's what you're getting in your church. Because that's what they do a lot of. They go over there and try to steal a promise from the Jews and they try to apply it to you as a Gentile and then they think God's supposed to respond to it. And he not. Because he's looking at you and he said, I don't think you're a descendant of Abraham, are you? You want to Jacob's 12 tribe, you belong to one? Which one you belong to? And he has no obligation to answer you. You need to find out what he promised you as part of the church. And what he promised you. Now you can claim that promise and know God will do what he promised. But you can't go over there now in the Old Testament and pull out a promise and say, oh yeah, the Lord said it is right here, it's in the Bible. But you're not Jewish. And you want to know how I know it's true? Because it was only one Gentile that Jesus made clear that they understand. He didn't come for them and they couldn't take the promises of Israel and apply to no Gentile. And it was that Syrophoenician woman who came to Jesus and wanted her daughter healed. Guess what he told her? You're a dog, first of all. Now, Jesus was using racial slurs now. That's what Jews call Gentile, dogs. Jesus called that woman a dog because he referenced it by saying, you cannot take the children's bread and give it to the dog. Now, if you didn't think that woman knew what he was talking about, she knew exactly what she was talking about because she understood, I'm a dog, that's right, I'm a Gentile. But listen, man, my daughter needs you because I know you don't know somebody can heal her what she got going on. And I just come down here because I've been hearing about what you can do, and I just need you to do it for me and my daughter. Because I love my daughter and I want her healed. And so Jesus told the woman, now I ain't taking no dog, children's bread and getting to no dog. And she said, that's a good thought, but now let me see. Okay, let me tell you this. Then why don't you understand that even dogs eat the crumbs from the master's table? Now, in our vernacular, what she was saying is, I didn't ask you to give me a loaf of bread. I ain't trying to take the children of Israel's blessing. All I want is just some of the crumbs that fall from Israel's blessing, and that is just give me a crumb. That's all I want. I don't want no bread. I don't even want a piece of bread. I just want the crumb off the bread. That's all I want. And guess what Jesus said? Woman, let me tell you something. I've been here among my own folk, and I ain't saw no faith like this. Go on home, your daughter here. Because I ain't saw no faith like this among my own folk. And if you got that kind of faith to believe that because I am who I am, and you are who you are, and I can do what you say do, you go on home. Because you done explained great faith in me, knowing you're a daughter. And I didn't come for you. I'm going to die for you, but I sure didn't come for you. That mess up a lot. That mess up a lot of people, don't it? When I tell you Jesus didn't come for us, but he did die for us. And I know a lot of folk think he did come for us because he died for us. But that's two different topics and that's two different doctrines. One, he came for the children of Israel because he was promised as the promised Messiah. That's why he kept offering himself as the Messiah, the Christ. That's the word. It's Christ, Messiah. He was the promised Messiah of Israel. But when he died for all of us. Know how I know that too? Reading the Bible. Because Jesus said, I came to seek and to save that which is lost. Now that's a big term, but watch this. When he sent them disciples out, he said, only go to the lost tribes of Israel. Now wait a minute, Lord, I thought you came to seek and to save all that was lost. Oh no, I didn't say all. I said I came to seek and to save that which is lost. Now you in the 21st century, in the 20th century, interpret that right. But when I was on earth now, I want you to know, when I sent them disciples out, they didn't go to no Gentiles. They went only to the 12 tribes of Israel because I was preaching the kingdom of God. I wanted to be their king. And I wanted to set up my kingdom like God told David, there's going to be a man set up on your throne forever. But I came to be their king. Guess what they did? They took me out into an old rugged cross, put me on it. They killed me because they couldn't do it. They got the Roman authority to do it for them. But I still died. And they still rejected me. As a matter of fact, they even told Pilate, we ain't got no king. Our king is Caesar. And yet Caesar had enough sense through Pilate to put King of the Jews on his. Because he was the King of the Jews. And he is the King of the Jews. Who's going to set up on the throne of David in the 1,000-year millennium in Jerusalem. And all nations are going to stream that. Because Israel now going to be the nation that bless all nations again, which they are doing right now. You do know that's why they. We are blessed as a nation because Jews. Everybody's blessed because of Jews. All nations are blessed because of Abraham. And guess what Abraham's descendants are? Jews, Gentiles, Hebrews. That's why we get blessed. That's how we got the blessing of Jesus. Because remember he told the woman at the well, salvation is from the Jews. I'm still in that Bible. Salvation is of the Jews. And he was talking to a Samaritan who wasn't really a full-blown Jew. She was a half-breed. Because when he sent the first group, which was the northern tribe of the 10 nations down into Assyria for their bad behavior and disobedience, they intermingled with the Assyrians and they came out with Jews and Assyrians together, making them Samaritan. That's why the southern tribe, Judah and Benjamin, didn't like them. That's what Jesus was referencing when he was talking to the woman. Because she was saying, sir, now you know the unwritten rule. You know Jews don't have nothing to do with Samaritans. Now the woman was a half Jew and a half Assyrian. That's why she was called a Samaritan. And Jews didn't like Samaritan because they figured like, now, God sent y'all down there, but he didn't tell y'all to intermingle with them folk. He just sent y'all down there to chastise y'all. Y'all went out there and got with them folk, married them folk, and then thought you were going to come back up in here and be a pure-blood Jew? We wasn't having that. Y'all get over that. Stay over that too. Because you're intermingle. So Jesus ran into it. That's why he said, I got to go through Samaria and let my Jewish people know I'm not only dying for the Jews, I'm going to be dying for the Samaritans. That's why he had to go through Samaria, because they really were Jews, but they were half-breed Jews. That's why Paul, in Philippians chapter 3, when he's talking about I don't have no confidence in my flesh, guess what one of the things he said? I'm a Hebrew of Hebrew. What if he's telling you was my mama and my daddy was a Hebrew? I ain't no half-breed Jew. I'm full-blooded Jew. And a Pharisee at that. See, when you study the background, you keep reading, you'll get, why, what is he saying that for? Because he wanted all the Jewish people to know. Listen to me. I'm not Timothy. Yeah, he did have a Jewish mama and a Greek daddy. I'm not Timothy. Because you know they got mad at him because they thought they took Timothy up in that temple, and that's why they had tried to kill him right there in Jerusalem, because they said, he done took Timothy, a Gentile. Well, the boy was really a half-breed because his mama was Jewish, his dad was a Greek. But in the culture, just like it is today, they go on to whose blood? Had that chain still right. See, I'm telling you, I'm still in that Bible, ain't it? Man, you telling me that's still the day they do the same thing. Nothing changed, did it? People still the same, ain't they?